Everybody, bunny off.
Yes, okay, so we are live. Nobody make any jokes, no humor.
I've got some mead.
Oh, you got mead now?
Yes, I've got that 1700 Viking mead. The Vikings who totally existed in the 1700s.
Oh yeah, the 1700s Vikings.
I mean, call yourself a Viking, and you technically are the Vikings. Like, nobody's claiming the term.
Well, no, technically, Viking is a verb, right? So in order to be a Viking, you have to go Viking, which I suppose you could do any time, but I don't think people were doing so much in the 1700s.
Is this an actual product? An
Yes,
alcohol?
yes, it's called Dunksmjord, based on a recipe from about year 1700. Viking Gern's Mjord Nordic honey wine with hops added.
Is it any good?
So yeah,
Why would you add hops?
it's all right. I'm still searching for this
Dunksmjord.
particular mead that I found while doing a taste test thing that I paid
Ooh.
for. And that mead was like ambrosia, frankly. It was thick, it was honey, it was sweet, it was very powerful.
So
Unfortunately, I didn't get the name of it.
yeah, the greatest moment in your life. I tasted the best booze ever, and then I forgot what the fuck it was called, so I can't buy anymore.
It's not that I forgot it. It's that I never actually looked at it. I was too busy.
Dansk Mjord Odin's Skull is a Nordic honey wine with sour apple juice, hops, and cinnamon added. That
Yeah,
sounds
that
great.
was an option. That was an option. And I was like, this one? No, I'm gonna get this
Viking
other, more
blood.
simple one.
There's hops and ginger, one with hops and hibiscus. I don't know how much I like hops.
Like one of the
I
only
like
beers,
beer.
like one of the only beers I can stand is actually lambic beer because it basically tastes like fruit juice.
I had a
One day,
what do they call it? It's a wheat. They age it in casks of liquor, and I can't remember what it's called. But that's very good. It's very strong.
All right, so now that we've totally ruined
Scotch ale.
now that we've ruined our monetization by discussing alcohol in the first couple minutes,
Monetization.
yeah, all the
What?
money I'm making.
They don't
off-
give us money.
And
Well, why don't you get
No, we're here to be a
monetization
burden to
from?
Google.
Why don't you get
is true.
monetization from Dunksmjord and then do Dwarf game?
We're not a
Look,
se-
they want to
Real
send me.
dwarves
They
drinking
want to send
mead.
me a case of it. I'll say good things about it. I don't give a shit.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
sure.
say good things about anything for money. How about that?
That's right. That's right.
Get in my email box. People who promote marketing via influencers. I'll be your influencer.
I'm a whore for consumerism. You heard it here first.
God, I fucking hate influencers.
I was about to say this sounds so much like Kilroy right now.
Oh.
And and there's always like fucking influencers for whatever like actual hobby or interest you have. So like there's fucking D&D influencers, and it's just like you
you're
can
sewing influencers.
you can just like tell the difference between like here's a guy who makes like here's a guy or girl whatever who like makes D&D content because they're just a weird nerd about it. And then there's the fucking influencers, right? And that's like a distinct category. Like they have a totally different feel to their videos. And it drives me insane, especially because of how, in order to remain an influencer, they have to remain very uncritical of Wizards of the Coast, which is a hard thing to do, given what Wizards of the Coast does.
No,
Yeah,
listen.
because of life and reality.
Listen, you should just accept that it's okay for them to send the Pinkertons to attack some fucking dude for a crime of
God.
nothing.
Why?
What I love about that is the Pinkertons, they're not cops, they're just people.
Yeah.
Right? So they have no legal authority to come. They can't get a warrant. They have no legal authority to come on you. He could have just told him to fuck off.
Yeah. In fact, depending on which state he lived in, like, there's a good chance he could have gotten away with shooting them. Like,
Yeah.
like from a legal perspective, like these guys aren't cops. They have no authority. they have no legal authority, so they can yell and scream all day, and if they pull guns, well, that's assault, and you can shoot them back.
Yep. Good job dying over magic cards, moron.
But of course, right?
I think that's what that guy is thinking about, because
Yeah,
Yeah, to the Pinkertons.
the
honestly, I would be very happy to shoot some Pinkertons. Not gonna lie, I'd be very happy.
Yeah, just gonna say it right in the stream, huh?
in Minecraft or in Red Dead
Yeah.
Redemption, not
Yeah, in Minecraft.
yes,
No, Your Honor, I did not know he was going to say such a thing.
no. Please.
I will neither confirm nor deny that he had uttered such a statement.
I don't actually know his real name or where he lives, so
I
Yeah,
know nothing of this.
yeah. I don't know. I
I'm
know
pretty
it's
sure someone here can figure that out really quick.
I
I think you said it on stream once, but I don't remember, so I don't care.
Yeah, I remember the first name. I don't remember anything else. Anyway, so crimes aside, dwarf game. And let's go through our character introductions. And what should today's get to know your question be? Get to know your character question
Make us do the work. I don't know. What have we already done?
I don't know, when your character looks in the stars, what constellation they prefer.
be? Okay, how about this? Riffing on that idea. Under what star sign was your character born? Starting with Avo, playing Coldrew Drakeheart.
Fuck, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know the
I was
star
gonna-
signs.
You came up with the
Yeah, I was-
question! Just make up a star sign.
Um,
Our sign.
Do you not know anything about
Yeah,
astrology?
yeah, okay.
Fucking Mercury
I actually don't.
retrograde in Aquarius or whatever, that shit.
God.
Family makes me a pure atheist. I've never known a constellation in my life.
What?
What does that have to do with me?
Constellations are established by the International Astronomical Union. It's a region of sky.
I was raised an orthodox atheist, so I don't know what constellations are. What the fuck kind of answer
Things in
is
nature
that?
don't have shapes. We refuse to acknowledge the hypothetical differentiation of reality. All things are just kind of a big blur.
You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it.
Well,
Sorry, I think my mic cut out. I was laughing that whole time.
Fuck
I'll
it.
take your
I'm
word for it.
Cancer.
Okay.
Because this is
You are
Cancer.
Cancer. What else is new? But what star sign were you
Okay.
born under?
Cancer.
The lady. No, wait, talk Atronach. No.
You googled Skyrim, huh? Skyrim.
Hey, stop it! I played
Okay, so-
Morrowind. You
so-
can't
We
tell me
all
that.
played Skyrim. We've been alive in the last 10 years.
I didn't play Skyrim.
Anyway,
I've never
You
played Skyrim.
What's
you
the-
shut your mouth.
What's the name of the guy in charge of Bethesda again?
Todd Howard?
All right, so
Yeah.
Coldrew Drakeheart was born under the sign of Todd Howard. That is-
it's
I'm the dungeon
depressing, but if
master.
that is the fact.
Yeah, so I'm the dungeon master. That is now canon. Coldrew Drakeheart was born under the sign of Todd Howard, which is a constellation in this universe now.
Added to the dwarf people thread.
Yeah.
Or party members lore.
So next we have Lord Christmas as Vin Sparkshaper.
It's difficult to tell precisely when he was born because immediately before and throughout his early childhood there was a gigantic volcano exploding and the sky was blotted out around his hometown.
Well, that's actually an interesting backstory tidbit.
Yeah. He
Nice.
born with a big explosion. It kind of is Vin Sparkshaper in a nutshell.
All right. So unknown star sign. Missiles is Dork Gullfrost.
I have no fucking clue. It was born under, huh?
Sorry, I was looking at what Yovu put under the thread.
Yeah. You want to be born under the star sign of Todd Howard?
How do you pronounce? It's supposed to be a glottal stop, isn't it? Todd Howard.
Let's just say Doric was
Ireland.
born under what? Born under the star sign of the drunkard.
Fair enough.
Fair
Next, we have RDP as Newt.
Yeah, why the fuck are star signs a thing? I'm googling it right now. This is stupid.
You never,
Google star sign.
like an Aries or like a Libra or something. You never heard that?
Constellation.
Got
I
a
mean,
zodiac
zodiac?
personality.
Constellations
I mean-
were important for memorizing the arrangement of stars, so you could do navigation.
Yeah, they're important
I
now
happen-
for identifying what part of the sky something is happening in.
I just want everybody to know I'm in fact an Aries. I know this off the top of my head.
Nobody cares.
Oh, I knew you were an Aries. I knew it.
A fucking Aries
I
would know
do
what
it.
star sign they were born under.
Yeah,
My
I
lord,
don't know what it
Christopher,
means to
you're
be
an
an
empath?
Aries because being an Aries means nothing. You'd be in it.
Unlike
Yeah,
being a
anything-
I
Capricorn,
was
which does
also
mean
born.
something.
I was also born
That's right.
on April 1st. Yes, April Fools. That was my birthday.
That must.
All right, stealing your identity now.
Yeah. So one, thanks for doxing yourself. Two, that must have made for some horrible birthdays growing up. We love you, son. Opens box, explodes with those little pop-up snakes. And it's like we lied.
You know that time they abandoned you at the Grand Canyon and they played it off as a birthday joke?
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
Oh,
No, not a joke.
Also, I fucking hate April Fools because everyone takes it as pranks, and everyone's idea of a prank is, isn't it hilarious how I've betrayed your trust in me?
Yeah.
And that's the joke. That's the beginning.
Like you know how I've done legitimate damage to our relationship? Isn't it funny? Or credit online? Like no, and you're not invited to my birthday party anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, so did RDP actually choose a star sign?
No, I'm just so amazed at how fucking stupid this is.
It's a bit.
I'm
I'm amazed that I'm watching someone learn about this in real time.
All right.
like
So
two
listen.
people learn about it.
Here's what you do. Here's the deal, right? It doesn't matter what you say because all of these are designed by people in order to all fit anybody.
Right. They literally just make them up.
They
Make
make
up
them
horoscopes.
up
Yeah, so,
yeah,
and it
in
doesn't have
order
to be.
to be able to fit anybody. So people who are going through their life can be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's totally
Yeah,
me." And
also,
it's
it
like, that's literally fucking everybody.
Yeah. It's like, oh, your star sign prediction is at some point in your life you like hit your toe against a piece of furniture just wrong and it hurt real bad. And it's like, man, that's just like my life, man. It's like, yeah. Anyway, so you can just make up a star sign or something, RDP. Like,
The irony is this actually is somewhat important for stock stuff, by the way.
People buy and sell
People-
stocks based on their horoscope.
Yes, they
Seriously?
do.
Shit.
Are you
Would
fucking
it be
shitting
would it
me?
be considered insider trading if I like paid a horoscope writer to? Is that insider trading?
It's literally a thing that happens, right? You can look at the.
I'd love
the
to see
stock movement.
I'd love to see a judge convict me. Like, come on, man! You can't convict me for them being stupid.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. My sign is watery chicken.
the water chicken.
Water cock.
The water chicken.
excellent! I love it.
I'm imagining like a chicken that you dumped a bucket of water on, so now it's just like standing there, but it's wet. It's like a bedraggled chicken. It's like, what's the importance of this?
It's apparently
cock.
it's important. It's important enough, I suppose. Anyway,
I guess.
next we have
Ridiculous.
Scarefear Brackamar go.
Yeah, what is your name?
Ember
actually?
Flickerwing.
Irver Brackmarglum.
But how many? You've gone by like 3 different names. Weren't you like Flappy at one point? What the hell?
His name is
That was just
Flicker.
a nickname we gave him because it's easier to say.
No, it's the same
Okay.
one. I kept track.
It's
Skippy, I think it was.
it's
No, but you can call me Flicker.
Flicker. That's it.
I already said cancer. I don't know why I said cancer. I don't remember the particulars of cancer, but that sounds good enough for
It's
our
crab.
situation.
It's a crab.
Yeah,
You're crab.
sounds viable, right?
born under the sign of the dancing crab.
That's right.
Crab people.
Wrong reference.
Taste like crab, talk like people.
Anyway, we've bullshitted enough. Thank
Crab
God.
battle.
Thank God I didn't
Crab
actually
battle.
prepare very much.
I would die.
And maybe if you give us
laughing
some time to think about our get to know your character questions in the future, we might not give such bullshit answers.
Don't think about
I
them.
will kill.
The real answers don't
Olive
think about
Snake
them.
in
They're
the
an
future.
they're an improv prompt for you to say something silly and characterful
Yeah.
that I can later reincorporate into the story if possible.
Yeah, and then the audience we don't have can be like, oh, like 20 episodes ago they said
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah,
And,
like now, like 20 episodes from now, there's going to be like a wet chicken at some point, you know,
Todd Howard's gonna fucking show up.
with a wet chicken.
I was watching this this anime
Todd-
recently.
Wait, is Todd Howard one of the gods that left?
Yeah. So like, I was watching this anime recently where it takes place like, oh, they're trapped in a VR video game, whatever. But like, one of the high level like priest spells is squash, which literally the big hand of God comes down from the sky and squashes your enemy under his thumb. That's gonna be Todd Howard in 20 episodes.
Shit, I'm reading the description of cancer, and this is totally Brackmargon.
Poor
This
Drac
is
McCormick.
totally
I actually-
him.
I actually just looked up my own horoscope for today, and I was like, oh my god, that's totally me.
You know, it'd be
That's
pretty
just tend to be
funny.
domestically oriented.
Tell someone that their horoscope's actually something different, and see if they still say, "Hey, that's just like me" when they're reading something else.
They do. People who seriously believe in horoscopes will go like, "Oh, it turns out your birth certificate was wrong. You're actually like an Aries or a Pisces or something." Like, "Oh, you know, I always knew I was a Pisces." It's bullshit. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's like the Myers-Briggs personality test. It means nothing.
Well, to be
a
fair,
grassroots
my cousins, the reason why I'm familiar with horoscopes is because my cousins use it to name their pets. Because they would be like, okay, dog is this, and then, you know, it's not just the date you're born, it's also names and stuff. So they would be like, okay, what month do we think that this pet was born, that we've adopted off the streets and stuff like that, and then, okay, let's look at their personality traits, and then they would use that in order to figure out a date of birth and a name for them, which is pretty cute, all told.
So they'd have like a parakeet named Cancer.
No. So
There's big like
you know
horoscope.
numerology, right?
Oh, there's
You know,
horoscope
numerology.
names.
Yeah, there's
I'm
like
aware of numerology.
Yeah, it's all interconnected, right?
Oh, okay.
all
Whatever.
the crystal healing and everything like that are all.
Big giant swimming pool full of bullshit. Got it.
Well, since people are
Yes.
ignoring me, I'm just gonna start shrimp reacting you.
All right, let's get started.
Reacting. Oh, okay.
That's a visual joke for you
Sure.
people on the stream.
Shrimps is bugs.
Shrimps is bugs, which has forever ruined my ability to eat shellfish.
I
Crab
know.
rave. Listen, Flicker is going to do some crab raving.
Somebody once told me shrimps is bugs, and now it's forever destroyed my worldview.
Did your world get
Joke's
ruled?
on you, I never liked seafood to begin with.
I've never been a
I'll
big
still
fan
eat
of
shrimp
seafood.
nonetheless.
Shrimp is fine. It's,
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Whatever.
RDP is ready for the future where we all have to eat bugs.
I mean, fuck, I've eaten crickets, I've eaten century eggs.
See?
I have eaten some disgusting shit.
Why?
I mean,
Yeah, why would you admit to that in public for the record?
I mean,
No, you have no shame. I fucking I approve. I admire it.
It was just Kilroy's reaction that killed me.
It's like, I've been in so many septic tanks you wouldn't believe. It's like, why? It's like,
All right. Flicker was born under Crab Raven
Exercise. It's good recreation.
anyway, so the party's traveling along, having left. What the fuck was that name place? That was a fuck.
battle. I don't remember.
Castle Fanthrax. As we
Yeah, that's
decided
right.
to
It was
name
Castle
Fantrax.
Fantrax.
That's
That's
right.
As
Yeah,
we
totally not
We made jokes
referencing.
about leaving the grail-shaped beacon.
Yeah.
Yes. Castle Fanthrax. With the whole party and Ogbold and Toe minus Benedict Germain, who've now sold off.
Ogbold.
Ogbold. So Og, he is bold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you see. Yeah, Shrimps' Bugs is like the perfect like memento thing to tattoo on your body. So you. So, Avo, so Culture Drakeheart has a lucky thing that can happen to him. Do you want to have that lucky thing happen to him right now, or do you want to get luck later?
I think I'll save it for later.
Yeah, sure. It's a pretty cool thing.
Okay, if you got something you want to show me, then yeah, we'll go for it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Anyway,
I don't know.
you-
It's pretty rare the DM says, "Are you sure you don't want to do something?"
Anyway, Ultra Drakeheart. So you're on a worn travel road, and you notice off to the side of the road, somewhat broken and covered in sort of, foresty detritus. By the way, you're in a forest.
Cool.
You notice a little crate.
Ooh.
Okay. I open it up.
All right, inside of the
Without
crate,
checking for traps? Wow.
it's his
Great.
lucky movement. You find 3 red candles.
Oh.
Okay.
Can we knowledge check of that of some sort?
Can we lore check these red candles?
Sure, go ahead. Give
Oh,
me
yeah,
some lore
lore
checks.
check.
Fail.
Fail, of course.
Well, you only have the one bard in the party right now, so that's it for that.
Rip.
Oh, can I detect identify magic with it?
Sure.
Hey.
Ooh.
All right. So you notice that so you are able to successfully identify these candles, which are actually exceptionally useful because these are candles of Zamir, and they basically have a weird temporal property. They're kind of like a save point, actually.
Ooh.
So
Ooh,
what
a
you
silver seed.
So what you do, so how they operate is you light one up, right? And then for the next hour, which is how long it takes the candle to burn down, if you extinguish the flame, you reset back to when you lit it.
Whoa.
Ah,
Go.
Interesting.
But the candle's consumed.
It's pretty sick. So yeah, the candle doesn't go back in time with us.
Correct.
Okay.
Now,
Only valid for about an
now
hour.
if the...
Wait.
Now,
So
Then that
does
would
it go
be
back in
broken.
time, or does it revert our present bodies to a prior point?
it does time travel shenanigans to you.
Okay.
So...
It's a save point. You go all the way back with the
Yeah.
knowledge you have.
Yeah, you go all the way back with the knowledge you have. Debatably, none of the stuff that happens when you go back actually happens. It's just a vision of the future.
So I got
It's
asked.
like some Sands of Time bullshit.
Yeah.
Is this happening for a particular reason? I got asked.
You're just gonna have to figure that one out by yourself.
And also, you're gonna have to just believe Coldrew telling you this. That these candles
Yeah.
up on the side of the road are actually totally
Right.
magical.
Yeah, so
Perfection.
if you don't extinguish them before they go out naturally, then the reset point, of course, goes away. And of course, you do have to. Somebody actually does have to put it out in order for the reset to occur. So, and of course, right, it can also be put out prematurely by accident if you fall into some water or something. So if everybody dies and there's nobody to turn off the candle, then you're fucked.
Nice.
Okay. And how many of these did I have?
3.
3.
So we could hypothetically set up a situation where if we think we want to be in and out in under an hour or the world explodes,
Yeah.
then we could set up a situation where when the hour is up, or almost up, it drops into like a bucket of water or something, and then we come back and go, oh, we fucked that up. So,
Exactly.
Okay. Does it matter how the flame gets extinguished? Can we extinguish it in any way, or does the flame have to be extinguished in a certain manner?
Any way you can do it.
Okay.
any way you want it, that's the way you need it.
I can't wait for us
Our
to.
resident explosive expert should be using the flammables.
All right, I'm into that.
Well, you might want to spread it around because it's pretty.
I'll take one.
Okay, all of us light one.
No, just take one.
It would be a bad idea. You know what happens if we light all 3 at the same time and then extinguish them all?
Then that would be a waste of all 3 fucking candles.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nothing special happens. It's not like when what is it? You put a bag of holding in a portable hole or whatever.
Yeah. You just light a candle out of you just light one of the candles for no reason. Be like, for the next hour, I am totally safe, and you just stand there. It's like, great, you fucking shit. Yeah, I got an invincibility power up, and I just chose to stand in the fucking corner the whole time. Fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that is your incredible luck, Culture Drakeheart. Was it worth it?
Yeah, actually, it sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna make sure to try and avoid just like saving them and never using them because that would suck. It'd be funny.
All right,
But
so
that'd suck.
So the Skyrim and RPG approach of just fucking hoard everything and not use
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I think that guy who played Skyrim and filled their house in Whiterun with cheese. Just every piece of cheese in the game, and every time they opened the door, the game went to like 2 frames per second.
mhm.
Wondrous.
Game's
Alright,
old,
so,
man.
So in the border between the two, in sort of the border region between the two baronies, as you continue forward, you notice a great ancient tree that's out in a field, and below it, sort of around its base, seemed to be what looked like an ample assortment of weapons and shields from a distance.
A bunch of fuckers died there. I wouldn't go close.
Or it's a trap set by one of them targeting the other.
Either way, we don't want to get in there.
Or it's just a golden opportunity that some looters are about to majorly profit
Well,
on.
you want to waste one of your candles already, Mister? I'm so lucky.
Sorry, could you repeat what it is that we come across?
So
Go
you
on.
notice in a sort of more open area of the forest, a very large ancient tree, and around its very wide trunk are an assortment of weapons and armor, most of which seem to be leaned against the tree, actually.
Okay. Mage hand?
So,
Oh yeah, I could do that.
all right. So
Actually,
first,
check.
so you're seeing this from somewhat of a distance. So you're gonna have to get closer to use mage hands, which I believe is like 30
Yeah, I'd
feet
have
or
to be within 30 feet.
All right. So you want to get up. To
We might
30
as well just walk up to it.
All right. So you mosey your way up to it. You notice, so from 30 feet away, you can notice pretty easily that most of the weapons and shields and whatnot seem to be heavily pitted and rusted.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's not valuable. We might be able to safely approach.
So this would suggest that it's been out there for quite a while.
Maybe.
Yeah, give or take a day.
Maybe.
What do our dwarven eyes see?
You see rusted
That's
over tall man manufactured weapons.
Oh, human shit? Whatever.
Do
But
we
there might be
notice
stuff
anything like
under there might be stuff under it though. So.
No, that would
roughly
be,
how tall is this tree?
no, that's incorrect. It would be a silken manufactured items.
Silken?
Those are the weasel people.
Oh. Okay.
Roughly how like tall is this tree?
It is pretty tall. I don't know tree heights off the back of my hand, but imagine a giant ancient tree, and it's about that tall.
Can we lore check it?
Like I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but we can try.
Sure. Doric. I don't know if there's an L in your name
Nope.
or not.
I cannot lore check the tree.
Nope, you're
Rip.
not familiar with this kind of tree.
Oh.
You failed to
Well, that
detect any
check-
magic, but fortunately you failed to detect any magic.
Hmm.
Alright. Do we want to mage hand it?
I guess we could.
We could at least rummage through and see if there's anything like hidden under it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to rummage?
Uh.
So you want to rummage first, or do you want to just grab one and pull it towards you, or how are we doing this?
Yeah, just kind of pick an object up and move it just
Yeah,
a little
we could
bit.
rummage through it, see if some of them might be booby trap. It's unlikely it might be booby trap, but we could just have the hand just rummage through it.
All right, so just a random one, just a random item, nothing in particular.
Yeah.
Try the shield to see if there's anything under it.
Field works as good as any other.
All right, so the shield has a emblem of a firebomb on it, by the way. And as you move it, you notice, as you move it around and out of the way, knocking at the other items, you notice a bunch of worms move around, and little wormy things that were sort of underneath it or behind it, out of vision, that also seem to wriggle towards and onto the tree bark as well.
Lore check those maybe.
Am I able to grab a worm?
Mage hand, let's see.
Does my mage hand have agility?
Hold a torch, open a door.
Can you
Manipulate
please
any
lore
unattended
check
objects in
those
range that weigh
worms?
10 pounds or less. Seems like it should be able to.
One step at
And-
a time.
Could you please lore check those worms?
Yeah. All right, so
I'm not quite sure what I can. Oh, I actually succeed.
all
now.
right, so
I'm never
so
sure what I
Hey.
can and can't lore check.
so Coldrew, so you can lore check monsters and magic. If it's monsters or magic, you can lore check it definitely.
Okay.
If it's something else, I may or may not have anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Coldrew Drakeheart grabs one of the worms with his mage hand and pulls it closer, and Doric, looking at it closer, recognizes it as a rustworm.
Ooh.
I don't know what a rustworm is.
No.
Yeah, what is that?
Is it a worm that causes things to rust?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
So, I mean, that's basically the gist of it. These are worms. They are
Got an axe cleaner.
they're ferrovores, so they eat.
They
Iron.
eat metal.
Oh, yes. Yes, we're taking these
What-
with us.
You want to
Put them in a.
Oh, we're
Put them in
taking
a
the
do we have a ready
worms?
way to contain them without destroying our
Yeah.
equipment?
put them in a leather bag with no iron in it, and put like a couple of little chunks of iron or little washers or something in there to keep them fed, and water them or however they need to be watered, whatever. And we're gonna take them
we
with
break
us.
any of our
because-
weapons, too.
Do we have to worry about them accidentally working their way out of the bag?
No, we'll seal it up properly.
I mean, you can have. I mean, so a lot of your equipment is genericized into supplies, which would also include things like water skins, which are necessarily watertight.
Sure. Okay.
There you go.
And so I'd assume that watertight is probably good enough to keep a worm in its place.
A
Okay.
singular one.
Because
So-
what we have here is essentially a free get out of jail card.
Ha!
All right,
Okay. The rust worm will eat any of the.
Yeah.
Unless they
iron-
confiscate all of our equipment before putting us in jail.
Or at minimum, we could use it to sabotage a garrison. To throw
yeah.
them in there.
Don't get out of jail card. That's a very generic term. We could get out of
Is there
jail
any-
if we had them. We could also get into jail if we needed to,
Yeah.
or
Is
through
there
any
any chance
lock,
of
or
taming these?
lots of things.
Is there any chance of taming these?
What do we need to tame them? They're
I don't think
worms.
so.
They eat iron.
Just throw them at something.
Yeah.
So, how do you tame a worm?
Yeah, I don't think a worm has enough intelligence to like.
You need a whip and a chair, right? That's how you do it.
Right.
You want to have some domesticated worms?
Anyway, so you want a
Yeah,
leather
to eat
sack.
the stuff we wanted to eat.
It's the name of my new grunge band.
So,
Domesticated worms.
so you guys want a sack full of rust worms?
Yeah.
Sure.
Properly contained rust worms.
All right. You get a sack of
That's what I
rust
want.
worms.
Very
Can we
good.
have the explosive expert hold those too?
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I don't think the guy with a bunch of metal on him that is potentially explosive if exposed the element should have the rust worm.
Is any of us
Alright, what
like
do you
not
take,
wearing
rust
any
worms?
metal armor or anything? And
No.
I'm definitely wearing chainmail.
All of you guys have metal shit on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but remember, these are properly contained rust worms.
Yeah, so
How
they're
many
not
we
going to
take?
get.
Is it just-
So they're not going to get out unless I think it's really funny.
Yeah, stop overthinking it. And if it's
want me
really
to-
funny, then it'll be worth it getting out in the first place. So just
Do you want me to carry the sack of rust worms? Because I can do that if you want me to.
do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Where
Dol-
would that?
Dolric
Where
gets
does
the
that go in
sack.
my? Where do I put that in my? Thank you.
You can
Where do I
put
put that on my
on-
inventory sheet?
You can put it under small items. That's fine.
Very good.
Can I put the candles under small items?
Since
Or
there's
should I get rid of something?
those can be small items too.
Okay.
As my cat yells at me for no reason.
Clan dagger, stack of rust worms.
And thus the party figured out the true treasure of the encounter.
Was there anything else there, by the way? Or is it all rusted away? Any gems, any magical items? Because I don't think that they can be rusted away.
I mean, we tried to
Uh,
detect magic and it didn't work.
So you didn't detect any magic. None of them
But we
seemed-
know that it didn't work, so we
Yeah,
know
true.
we didn't actually look at it. So, should at the very least mosey through what's there to see if there's anything left.
All right, so picking through the bits of weapons and equipment and whatnot, you find that actually the shield by itself doesn't seem to be eaten up by the rust worms.
Okay.
Hmm.
And what did it have on
Actually
it
kinda
again?
A
A firebomb.
image of a firebomb.
I will take that as a
Fire user.
Yeah.
Yeah, check for worms
Sounds
first.
appropriate.
Roll to check for worms. What is this, a vet
The dog.
RPG?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Actually,
So,
hold on. I got a great axe. Is that two-handed only?
yes.
Mm.
Oh, also you can't use shields.
Oh, I can't use shields. You're right. I forgot.
Yeah, it's fine.
I felt like I remembered it when I was playing with Orford.
Can I try magic? Just identifying magic on it?
We'll say you eventually get it, because
Okay.
that takes 10 minutes each try. And you're not in a dungeon environment, so you'd eventually get it. It's a shield that gives you resistance to fire.
Oh.
Hmm.
Explosives expert?
Okay, I definitely don't need
I definitely don't need that then.
Yeah, couldn't you kind of
Um,
already have resistance to fire?
Yep.
I mean, we could give it to our frontline fighter, so that then Damon's character doesn't have to worry about burning them. Just freely throwing that fire.
Oh, you want to give it to Old Boulder?
Older, do you want it?
Does he want it? He's got a battle axe. Is that and a shield? Yes, he could use that shield. Does anybody else have any use for a shield in particular that gives resistance to fire?
I think the only other person
right.
who would use it would be Vince Sparkshaper, but he's also not a frontline fighter, so
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
We could
So
probably
is it
put
just-
it in the hole.
So it's a fire resist
shield.
shield.
Correct.
Does it have any plus to AC or anything
Nope.
beyond the +2? Okay.
We could just yeet it into the hole that we got.
No, he's gonna use it
Somebody,
because it's better than his
Oh.
mundane shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right, so
Plus the
Okay.
properties that
Somebody
are
on-
the worm interesting. We might find out later.
somebody on Google Docs says anonymous Nyan cat.
That's you.
Wait,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Anonymous,
Tiger,
if you're,
anonymous
if you're
otter.
there, if you're there without logging in, it gives you anonymous animal. One of them is Nyan cat.
I didn't know that was a thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was that encounter. Anyway, you make your way to Castle Jim, which is ruled by the eponymous Lord Jim the Seventh, which you would have a hard time forgetting because he has lots of pictures of himself all over town.
One of those types.
Ah,
Holdthrough deeply respects him.
Why?
wait, I'm sorry. Did you say his name was Jim?
Yes.
Yeah, Jim.
Jim
You know.
Shady.
Even I remember
Jim.
that.
The guy who wasn't here remembers it.
I watched like the first 5 episodes of that, and then also like the last 2 or 3.
Did the plot make any sense?
Nope.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I saw the mass combat bullshit.
Yeah. Anyway, so do you guys want to try to interact with the Lord Jim or do anything while you're in this castle town, or do you guys just want to move on going downriver?
Do we want to admit to Jim that we sold Benedict Germain into slavery?
I
We don't know that they
it
know
could
each
be a
other.
different- It could be a different
Yeah.
Jim, or it could be a descent of the Jim who doesn't want anything to do with.
I do want to sell my copper idol because I think I forgot to sell it last town.
No, I already liquidated that.
Oh, cool. Okay. I have a free spot in my inventory now.
All right.
I'm up for
Yeah, what do you
whatever.
guys think?
I'd be okay with checking out the
Yeah.
castle.
Explore the
Castle town.
castle, check out the town.
Go for it.
Might as well.
All right. So they seem to be celebrating a recent victory against the Baroness.
Ah.
Who they appear to be in conflict with. Do you want to and they are also recruiting heavily for mercenaries for more war.
Nah, we're
We
We
kinda already have our own shit to do.
War.
Yeah, we're kind of busy.
Yeah, you're too busy to get involved in this war. Come on, aren't you guys American? Where's the blood? All right, fine. That's mostly what's going on in Castle Jim right now. Preparations for war, recruiting mercenaries, Jim being a bit of an egomaniac.
Yeah.
All right. So the next leg of the journey involves getting on a river and going downriver.
How do dwarves deal with water?
They ritually hate water. They get their hammers and fight the sea every year.
Real Caligula hours, right?
No,
If remember
I
my
have
history
I haven't
correctly.
really developed a particular nautical culture for dwarves.
No, I'm talking about
No, I,
basically that one Roman Empire who declared war on the sea.
I'm aware. I'm circling back to giving a broader explanation,
Okay.
which is
I
that
mean, we do have at least one former sailor in our party.
yeah. So
Fair.
there are dwarven steamships of sorts.
That tracks.
There's at least one dwarven pirate who's in your party.
He's the only dwarven pirate. His crew is just sock puppets.
Hey, I had a crew. Okay.
The sock puppet
Yeah.
theory would really explain why he got caught. Anyway, so the next leg is getting on a riverboat going downriver to Tent City. Cool with this? We cool going on the railroad?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I assume we have a.
I thought that we were
some sort.
I thought that we were headed over to an observatory.
Not yet. We're getting there. We're getting
Okay.
there. Okay, well, I'll tell
Okay.
you.
Might still have to figure out where that is.
We'll get to it. Anyway, so you're on the riverboat run by a seal folk captain named Sally.
Seal folk?
Yeah, like a seal.
Okay.
They're a seal person,
Okay.
like seal but person. Okay,
A natural-born sailor.
we cool with the concept of seal folk now?
Yes.
Okay,
I think Coldrew would be pretty cool with them.
her.
Like weasel people, but seal.
Exactly. So as you are
I mean,
traveling,
imagine calling humans like ape people or something like that.
we'd be ape
I mean,
folk.
we kind of are.
We're ape folk.
Primate people.
Yeah.
Ape folk.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. We need to start calling the tall folk just ape folk or something.
What's
like that.
the what's
And
the
what does that make
last,
dwarves?
what's the last common human ancestor between the great apes, the other great apes, and humans? The last common ancestor.
I
There's a
used
whole
to
Futurama
know
episode
off
about
the
that,
top of my
actually.
head.
Whatever it's called, we are all that folk.
Most recent
Variations
common
on
ancestor of
that.
humans, mitochondrial Eve.
No. I mean, the last mammalian ancestor of, say, gorillas and
That
humans.
would be
Here, chimpanzee,
be,
human, last common ancestor. Shared by Homo and Pan.
Genera of hominy.
Is this going to devolve
Yeah.
into us fucking
Yeah,
trolling
just-
Wikipedia?
Yeah, just fucking
Yeah.
science excursion.
Yeah. I'm just getting flashbacks now to that time I just got rabbit hole down cat.
Australopithecus.
Is it Australopithecus?
I don't.
All right,
I'm not absolutely certain, but I think so. Though technically,
We are missing
there's
link
also,
folk.
like-
How about that? How about
yeah, exactly. All of us, we're variations on. It's like how goblins and hobgoblins and all the others are. That's how it is.
Anyway.
Owlbears.
So as you are traveling down the river, you notice that there's a tower, like a stone. As the forest gives way to more like plainsy and steppes area, you notice that there is a tower sort of in the middle distance, just over a hill or something, that continues to sort of trail you somehow.
The tower
Yeah.
is trailing us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stone tower?
And
Yeah.
it's not
It's not- it's
just
either-
like some kind of like perspective or parallax trick.
Like you'll look at it
It's like
and
pretty obvious, and it's like kind of following us
I
somehow.
would say,
Well,
if it's tall enough, it
to-
will appear to do that.
so to explain a little better, right? So basically, like you'll look at it, right? You'll see, and as you're looking at it, right, you're moving down, and it'll move away, and you look away, and you look back, and now it's way closer.
Oh,
Ah, so it's like. Okay.
The Oregon culture immediately pulling out all of the papers they can.
You have papers now.
Lore check. Lore check this shit.
that's yeah. I was about to. I wasn't sure if I was
Skull.
gonna lore check it, but if it's following us, it's pretty clearly magical or some shit. What happened? Oh, it was a success.
Hey.
Yeah, that's probably magic or some shit.
That's what I get for
Damn
my
it.
lore check. It's probably magic.
I mean, some things would be
You
unknown.
haven't heard any. You
Some
haven't heard any stories of it or anything.
Well, yeah, from your
This
grandma.
isn't some kind of like legendary dwarven moving castle.
no.
I asked the captain, what's up with that stone tower that's following us?
Oh,
Dwarves moving castle.
Oh, somebody actually remembers that there's an NPC. There NPCs exist in the setting. Holy shit. Anyway,
They don't have
so-
the same personality as Jim Shady.
Shady, who had no personality.
I know.
Anyway,
Yeah. His personality was Giga Chad.
so the
A
captain.
strong silent type.
So the captain informs you that, yeah, that's a weird. That's a weird thing that happens sometimes. There's like this mirage of there's like this stone tower that occasionally appears randomly out in the wild, and generally it's accepted that you should avoid it.
And so when did this whole stone tower thing start popping up?
She has no idea.
And does it usually follow people like this?
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Has anybody tried to like go to the tower to investigate it? As
She's
far as they know.
she's not aware if anybody has. It's just sort of accepted that the general advice is to avoid it because there's some kind of danger with it, and but she's not aware of anyone in particular who's actually like gone to it and done anything with it. She suggests just ignoring it and keeping on her way.
What does
How
the tower
many-
look like? Again?
It is a three-story stone tower with a battlement at the top.
So in your experience as a steamship captain, how many times have you encountered this thing?
Riverboat captain.
Riverboat. Riverboat
And it shows up every now and again.
Do you think maybe it's trying to tax you or something?
Well, they'd have a real hard time getting taxation through the Oliphant tribes.
Oh.
So
Do
does
the
this-
elephants have anything to say about this building?
They don't really like buildings like that.
So in your experience, as like, is the appearance of this stone tower random, or is it like on certain fixed days, or what's up with this?
As far as the captain can tell, it's random.
All right. Do we have any indication that this would be useful for anything that we're doing?
It's a mistake.
Funny.
I mean, it's a magical tower. It might empower our resident wizard, or whatever they're called in this
Rune scribe.
Rune scribe.
rune scribe. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess, yeah. If it's moving, we don't know the mechanism by which it's moving. That might be interesting.
You know, maybe we could gain access to it, and then suddenly we have a moving tower.
Or we just collect a new gang stalker.
A what?
A gang stalker.
What the hell is a gang stalker?
Don't
What the
explain it
fuck is
to him.
that?
Don't explain it to him. That's giving in to the gang stalkers.
Oh gosh.
Oh. I looked it up.
All right. So, do you guys want to go to shore and investigate this tower, or you good with just keep it on, keep it on?
I
I'm
mean,
down to go check it out.
Yeah, I can go
Same.
either way.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's this mysterious tower. Don't go towards it. What does the party do? Go towards it. All right. Anyway, so
Of course.
you get to the, so, you go off into the shore and off to investigate this tower. As you approach, you get closer. You find that it is about it's about 40, 50 feet tall. It seems to have 3 stories. There's a doorway at the bottom, on the bottom story. The door is made of wood and it is open. You can see to the inside that the room is bare with a spire. It's a round tower, by the way, with a staircase that seems to be off to the side to the left of the doorway that goes up. And you see that the interior of the room is empty except for a now burnt out campfire and a body of a tall man just laying there next to it.
Is the body like decayed?
We should probably give him rights and whatnot.
assuming he's dead.
Yeah. It's a
He might just
body.
be asleep.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not
Oh,
cool with raising the dead. Okay.
You can't raise
All
the
right.
dead, so-
I guess we say. I guess let's confirm whether or not he's dead, and then also, do we have a cleric class? I'm sorry, it's been a bit too long, and also I've been drinking.
No,
I don't know if there is.
You don't have.
We don't have a
cleric.
cleric in our
Yeah, the
party.
Warhammer and a lot of hope. Does that count?
so no, you don't have a cleric analog, because the gods have not answered prayers in like over 1,000 years.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so you guys, so you want to enter the tower to go look at this body closer?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he needs to be given last rights anyway. I'm sure we.
All right,
we
you
would be
traipse in.
familiar.
You don't see anything more. It's a bare stone interior. You see that this guy seems to have. You suspect he may have actually been a bandit, actually, given his his general attire, and he seems to have been bludgeoned to death.
Is his
Okay.
body still cold? Do we know?
It's cold. He's been dead for a little while, but not so long that he's gone cold, but not so much that he's like really started to decay significantly.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
What happened quite recently?
I'll announce ourselves to try and get some guest rights or something. I guess I don't know.
What's the thing where one of us has to stay?
One of us what?
What if it's a thing where one of us has to stay and this poor bastard was the one who lost with the last group?
Oh.
All right, so
Blatant speculation.
I mean, yes, that's just wild speculation. So what are you doing now?
We announce ourselves, right?
Yeah,
All right,
I say, we are of a dwarven company seeking knowledge. Please let us know if we're unwelcome here.
no response.
I check for I check to check. Oh, failed to detect magic.
All right.
All right, who's our scout?
Yo.
All right, you're up.
All right. Awesome. Hello. Anyone home?
No
I
response.
just shove him in through the door.
You're gonna shove me through the door. I'm going willingly. God. You're damn handsome.
Well, then hop to it.
Well, to clarify, to my understanding, you're all currently inside the tower, correct? Or did I misunderstand?
No, we were outside the tower.
All right,
Is it
so
multi-story?
all right, so
Or we had
somebody.
the tower and like peeking in.
All right, so we'll
I
say
would
that.
have gone in.
All right,
I
so,
would have gone in order to give last rights.
all right,
to
so
the,
Flick.
person.
So currently inside of the tower are Flicker and Newt.
Yeah, that sounds
Are
right.
there
And
multiple
probably
levels?
Boulder Anvil Breaker would have gone in as well. So.
All right, so Boulder, Flicker, and Newt are inside, and yes, there's a semicircular stairway off to the side against one of the walls that goes up to a higher level.
Okay,
Is there
I start descending the
anything- or-
stairs. I'll ascending the
Hold
stairs.
on, is there anything on this floor, or is it literally just an empty tower? Floor.
It's literally
You want
empty,
to search?
except for the
You want to
burnt
search for
out.
traps or?
Except
I
for
would like to take a look at the internals to see if there's like a hidden. Search for hidden doors.
all right.
Is Scoldger able to still talk with people inside?
I mean, you can talk with the people outside, or yell at them inside.
Let's
Okay,
look at
I try
secret
to-
doors and traps.
I yell for someone to attempt to exit the tower.
Oh, Boulder, go.
Boulder, try to come out to the door.
Boulder
Boulder, step outside the door.
Boulder exits the door successfully.
All right,
Okay.
guys,
Then
come on in here and let's look for some secret doors and shit. We know how this all
We want to have
works.
everyone try to walk out of the door just to make sure that that is possible, like you were saying with the one person has to stay inside or some shit.
My absolutely unhinged
That's an
speculation.
unhinged conspiracy. That's an
It
idea.
just made me think of that one episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but you know.
While they're searching for secret traps, I'm just going to start ascending the staircase and seeing if
Alright.
any one of the stairs are booby trapped. And
Alright.
start tapping it with my
Or
sword.
take the little gnome with you. Poke the floor.
Take the what?
Oh yeah,
Oak
the
bolt.
gnome.
Oh, the no.
Oh, the gnome.
Your favorite character who's gonna join Newt on this amazing excursion upstairs. What could
Yeah,
possibly?
yeah.
Tie a rope to
yeah,
him.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Just
turn
be
you upside
like-
down. I'm gonna start whacking your head against the
Hold
damn
on.
staircase.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Tie a rope to him, and if there's any like mysterious hole or something, just chuck him in there.
Hold on. Okay, I'm posting something. If he's not this, then we don't want him.
I mean, thankfully,
Yeah.
thankfully the gnome is very much. I mean, thankfully it takes a lot to set off a tactical thermonuclear nuke.
I mean, it has to be armed.
No, it's a tactical thermonuclear gnome. It doesn't take much to set it off. We're
That's
talking
right.
about.
Don't
That's why I
worry.
couldn't remove all his hats.
Don't worry, I'm a non-volatile explosive. Anyway, so the rest of the gang searches the lower stairs while Newt and Ogbold go upstairs. That's correct.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do Newt and Ogbold first. So as you go up the stairs, and eventually you come to a wooden door which is closed. What do you do, RDP?
I put my ear to the door to see if I can hear someone. Oh, behind the door.
You hear a heartbeat.
Is it a faint heartbeat, a loud heartbeat, or?
A deep thumping one. Also, the gang downstairs, as you're searching the room, due to your dwarf perceptiveness, you notice that the architecture of how this place is built doesn't actually make any sense.
Oh.
Oh god, it's a quarter-inch bigger on the inside.
Like, does it
Dynamic.
does it make sense from a structural point of view or like from a Euclidean space point of view?
Structural point of
Yeah,
view.
structural.
What's this?
It's not like some House of Leaves shit.
Oh.
What's
That's what I was
the
referencing,
bandit
yes.
equipped with? Does he have anything of interest on him?
He has an leather armor, an axe, and a shield.
Beat the axe to the worms.
And some basic, like, camping supplies.
I'll take the camping supplies.
All right,
Yeah,
you
does
get
he
one.
still have food?
No, he does not.
Wait, does not what?
He does not have
He
anything.
does not have food.
Oh.
Hey, we asked the captain to wait for us at the edge of the waterway in case we need to make a hasty retreat, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna go on a limb and say this is potentially a mimic.
Mimic?
The whole tower, you mean?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
gives you that
I'm
impression?
wondering if the whole tower could potentially
A
like be
heartbeat.
alive.
A heartbeat in combination with with incorrect structures, right? Would I have any indication in character or knowledge of mimics?
I mean, you fought a
Sorry,
mimic.
I was-
You fought a mimic in this campaign already.
Okay, so, and mimics generally are not perfect imitations of the things that they are imitating, correct?
Correct.
So, yeah, I think this is probably a mimic, and we should
Actually,
probably get out
question.
of here.
Would
All right, so let's put it to a vote. Mimic or not mimic?
Okay, so going back to the geometry and the architecture is kind of off. Remind me again, because it went in one ear and out the other ear. Like, how off is it? Is it like of
Makes no
Craftian type
sense.
of non-Euclidean architecture, or is it like House
As,
of Leaves?
as I
with,
said,
like-
it's mostly a structural thing, not a Euclidean thing. So it's mostly like the brickwork doesn't make any sense. and,
It's not
there's-
like bigger on the inside.
Yeah, it's like the brickwork
Okay.
doesn't make sense. It doesn't have enough of.
Who cares? Just blow it up.
It doesn't have enough supports. Yeah. All right. So clearly, so we got three. So we got three. Oh, 4 votes for mimic.
Just
Four
watching
votes
the
for
counter
blow it
go up.
And,
Watching the counter go up.
and 5 votes for blowing it up. So I will now reveal. You're correct. It is a mimic. The
Oh fuck!
doorway sprouts teeth as the tower comes alive with new food in it.
Who cares? Just blow it up.
Right,
Should the
and-
people who are outside, do we want to like stay outside and try to attack from
No.
outside the mimic?
No, you're all inside. We went over
We're
this.
inside now.
Yeah.
We're all
Oh,
inside
we
now.
all went inside. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were
I
still
guess,
standing outside, or some of us were.
All
Are the
right.
stairs still there?
The stair steps lower and turn into a smooth ramp.
Oh boy.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
I can slide down.
No, we need you up there. We need to get to the heart.
Make a
what?
reflex. Make a reflex save there for Newt.
Okay, making a reflex save. Let me see if I can know where the fuck the reflex is.
Just
It
click
is-
on reflex on your.
It is under
Oh, here we go.
abilities and skills.
There you
Success.
go. Ogbold failed.
All right, so Newt is able to secure himself at the top landing of the stairwell, next to the doorway, as Oakbold goes, "Ah!" as he slides away downstairs.
Oh, you Oakball, you fucking piece of shit! You left me here to die.
I told you. I told you he was an asshole.
Could you toss down a rope, please?
Yeah. Toss down a rope. I've got some powder kegs to shove in this thing's heart.
Okay, I'm tossing down my rope.
All right, you do so.
All right, let's
And-
climb up the rope.
We do have a portable hole reminder.
Oh yeah.
Up the rope. Go, go, go.
And we also have the immovable rod, if that might be useful somehow.
All right, so pseudopod starts coming out from the walls to strike at you. So we'll just do one attack roll for all of you. All right.
Okay.
It doesn't make much progress in being able to successfully hit you as you go up the rope upstairs into the small landing. You're now next to the door.
Let's fucking breach bang and clear this shit.
Breach the door.
So want to
With
use
a
a. So what size cask do you want to use?
Well, it's an entire tower, so a lot. Maybe we just go straight to the large powder keg.
And then you want to leave, I presume.
But I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to we'll have to set it and then like get our asses down away from the powder keg, obviously. And if all we were looking to do is breach the door at this point,
Unless
Oh,
one
is
of
that
us
what
wants to
we're
be a
do- yeah.
suicide.
unless we want to try and breach the door and
So-
potentially try to
Well,
destroy the heart in
well-
one go.
By breach bang and clear the door, I mean, don't just open the door like ninnies. Like, have a strategy for whatever might be behind the door.
Reminder that the door is literally a mimic, right? Or part of a mimic. So
Yeah, does it open?
It's a
Oh.
fleshy protrusion
Oh,
that happens to be in the shape of a door.
So to answer your question, Vince Barkshaper, it does not open.
Oh, is it clearly? Is it like locked, or is it just clearly not actually a door?
Looking into the internals, quickly looking into the internals with the lock, it is clearly not a functional lock.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you
Well,
can't
why don't we?
Imitation.
Yeah.
Why don't we hang out up here on the landing, hide behind the shield flame resistance, just kick a cask down into the body of the.
Sounds like conflict.
Okay. Would that work?
like
I
roll the cask down the ramp.
Hiding behind the shield of fire resist?
I mean, that's gonna be a really big shield.
How about this? So a small cask does 5d6 damage. So I'll say, with your prepared position, that you can take half damage and save to negate. How about that?
I think that's
All right.
still.
Yeah,
I think the
that's
half damage that's up to 18.
That could be a lot,
still
yeah.
Kills
What
all
is? Hold on. What is my HP?
How long of a fuse can we set for these
13.
things?
You can set.
Oh, it's 15. Oh, that is pretty hard.
So the shortest. So there's a standard short fuse, a standard long fuse, and then there's a very long fuse. And so the standard short fuse is 1d4 minus 1 rounds. A long fuse is 1d8 minus 1 rounds, and then you can make it arbitrarily long beyond that point.
Wait, I might just be insta-killed by this, even if it's half. Do we?
Yes.
Any chance we have the portable hole that we could just put on to see if we can get to the heart room?
That's not how that works, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Good thing you
okay.
did.
you could hide in the portable hole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How would we get out of the portable hole?
I mean,
We could-
the
we could-
hole
we could
be
map
left
the-
open. Basically, what would happen is we would place the portable hole down. We would blow stuff up. The portable hole itself is effectively a 2D opening on
Yeah,
a 3D surface. So effectively, we should have an extra 10 feet
Yeah,
distance between us and the fire.
it's effectively the world's best foxhole.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
That makes sense.
And I don't think it can be damaged. I might be wrong with that. But
When it's
don't-
placed, I don't believe it can be damaged.
So yeah, we could definitely all hop into the portable hole and then not
Hop
take
out
any
again?
damage from
Yeah.
not taking any
Yeah,
damage from the
Just make sure it's edge on to the explosion.
All right.
All right. I'll put down the portable hole and I don't know
And
what
we'll-
we put in it so far, but we'll hop
We'll
in.
Well,
hold the
I'm helping
shield up over our heads to block the entrance.
Sure, he'll be at the top, so to speak, of the dwarven stack.
Yeah.
But,
It's like we bears, but it's dwarves.
all right. So you get your dwarf stack on in the portable hole, and set up the explosive.
I don't put it that way. I mean, I know it's exactly how we put it, but you saying it makes it weird now.
You're a stack of dwarves. That's
I
what's
know.
happening.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. But just you said it, and I'm like, oh.
In fact, I think the portable hole's small enough that you'd have to stack.
It's 6 feet in diameter and 10 feet deep. So,
So cool.
Yes.
we should be able to fit 6 people on the ground, I guess. Rules as written.
Yeah, and then a couple
Yeah,
more on
same-
top of
same.
them.
Wait, 6 feet in diameter. What?
So it's more of a pile of gnomes, of dwarves. Anyway.
Anyway, so to be clear, that is the plan. We want to go forward with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
All right. So you stack into the hole. You light the fuse. You hunker down. It explodes, tearing the doorway off, revealing it to have in fact been mimic flesh. As a huge torrent of blood starts gushing out,
Oh, great!
and
Mimic blood, just what I wanted.
it starts flooding your hole.
Oh,
I didn't think about the logistics of the
Ah, come on.
big thing dying.
Oh.
I guess we need to. Now we have a. Well,
Now-
look at this
now we
way.
have a
portable
means-
hole full of mimic blood.
Now we have the means to escape.
Yes.
God, we'll have to clean this
You
later.
can swim out through the mimic blood.
That's right. Somebody grab the hole. Somebody grab the bloody hole.
Who?
Oh god!
Whoever's at the bottom
It's
of it.
literally bloody.
Oh,
And then let's never speak of this again.
Oh god, how are we gonna clean out the inside of this hole?
You're
Just find
speaking
somebody,
again.
find somebody we want to dump it on.
You are speaking again. What did I just say?
All right, so you're washed out of.
Imagine, oh,
So it's basically like a giant bloody slip and slide down to the stairwell.
Oh
That's the
Whee!
fucking worst. Slip and slides. It's right out of the front door.
The
And-
worst looking slide of all time.
and you see the little arrow slits that were actually its eyes on the second story, or look almost in pain as it screams and it falls over to the side dead.
All right, let's search for loot then.
Fuck
Congratulations!
yeah. How much? Look. How much XP do we get for killing a building?
well, it
you
wasn't very
imagine-
experienced building.
Can you imagine how Captain Sally of the riverboat's just going to like
Oh,
act
God.
like when
So
we come
from-
out of the clearing?
Explain to her.
I just
to
is
her.
the worst joke. The worst joke ever just popped into my head.
So from Sally's perspective,
The worst one.
shut up. So from Sally's perspective, you guys go off over like a hill to the middle distance. Some time passes. There's an explosion. The tower falls over. Some more time passes. You guys start marching back, trailing a huge swath of blood.
Just completely coated in blood.
And I'm busy dumping blood out of the
Out of the hole of the river.
Yeah.
Well, what's going to happen is once we get onto the boat, I'm going to find some way I can place the hole kind of upside down and just dump blood into the ocean.
So-
Why do we- why do we-
and Captain Sally is
There's
gonna
blood all over her ship.
and Captain Sally is just gonna be like, what the gods happened?
Can I like
What if we kept
jump
that?
into the? Is it like a swift moving river? Could I like jump in the river and try to clean myself off of the mimic blood as best I can?
Yeah, you can try to clean yourself off.
All right.
We'll
We'll
just-
just.
Hold
Yeah.
on, was there any loot? Was there any loot from the
Oh
tower?
yeah.
There was
It's
some.
eating a bunch of people, I'm sure.
Yeah, you could get some coinage out of its stomach,
some shit.
intestine stuff like that.
Will the captain be pissed off if we get blood all over her ship?
Probably.
Probably.
That's why I was trying to clean myself off in the river.
Off in the river. We're gonna
Alright,
wash off in the river
Clean
before that
myself off
happens
in the
anytime.
river. There are no gators or creatures. There are no gators or hostile creatures in this.
Don't
river.
give the DM ideas.
Sorry.
In that
How long have you
moment,
been playing
Listen,
this
I'm
game?
already saying let's trail an entire chain of blood behind our ship, right?
so,
No, Damon, we need to
Oh,
keep
hell,
the hole full of blood and use it later.
Yeah.
No, that's gonna stink up the fucking hole.
Yeah,
Please,
of
just
someone we
store it.
hate.
No, we're going to
Blood
put
doesn't
our
smell that bad. It just kind of smells like metal.
We're
No,
gonna
I'm
put
going.
our fucking loot in
we're-
there.
Yeah.
Did we have anything in the portable hole to begin with?
No, because we hadn't made a decision on that, and we need to make a decision.
thank
on it.
thank God you didn't have anything in the portable hole.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, the
anything
answer,
with
the answer is
blood.
going to be no. We don't
Yeah.
put anything in the portable hole in case we need to hide from mimic blood again. Or, whatever.
Or
Hide from an
torment with blood.
explosion,
Yeah.
but not the mimic blood.
Yeah.
All right, so that was that encounter.
What was the loot?
We'll say 200 silver pieces.
That's it. How much?
A
how
good
much did the
deed,
explosives cost?
unappreciated.
I mean, that's a pretty good chunk of money, man.
How much did the explosion cost?
Oh, way less than that.
Oh, okay.
Powder kegs aren't that expensive.
Actually,
How
I don't
many-
think that we. I don't think that we split up the loot from last game either.
No,
Yeah.
I was about to get around to that actually.
Cool.
As you
Okay.
arrive at the Oliphant's the forever temporary city of the tent city, as their Oliphants basically are like steppe nomads. So this is like the closest thing they have to a city, which is like this big trade town with lots of temporary structures, a couple fairly permanent structures, including like some temples and some important stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But let us get to divvying up loot, which I know you guys are so excited for.
Well-paid mercenary. Do we technically count as missionaries?
No, we would kind of be more similar to Crusaders.
Okay. Well-paid crusaders.
All right, so it's
Hopeful to finally level up.
well, you don't need much XP to level up.
No, I don't.
And let me look.
Boulder needs a good amount.
Yeah, I think I only need another 50 XP to level up at this point, according to my sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's see. What monsters did you successfully fight? You killed the tower.
Yeah.
You ran away from the goblins, so you don't get anything for that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's mostly it for that. And now
And
for magic junk. Yeah. All right, so how many shares do we got?
Is it 6?
So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 half shares, which makes 6 shares.
Yeah.
So
Was it Ogbold and Boulder each count for a half a share?
correct. So let's go. All right, so here are your XP shares.
Ooh, nice. 75 plus 86.
So we each get 172?
Correct, for your main character, yeah.
Yeah.
And this also includes the loot from last session?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you have any monetary loot, that should be liquidated out of your inventory at this point.
So
Well,
do we just
if we
add that
leveled
number
up.
to the XP, and does it automatically do the level calculation? I don't know how that
It
works.
does not.
It
On-
not.
So, it does not.
It's
So
got
I
some-
will guide you through that in a moment.
Okay.
All right. So we'll share SP Share SP. All right, and there's your monetary shares.
Okay.
Cool.
Is this in gold pieces?
Silver pieces.
Silver pieces.
It is a silver standard economy.
140 gold pieces would be a shitload.
All right, so you should all be leveled up if you have 200 or more XP.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So how we're going to do that is first you're going to roll your hit dice, and that's how many your hit dice kind, and that's going to be how many more extra hit points you get for this level. So Vince Sparkshaper, you're going to roll a d6, and that's how many hit points you gain.
And we add our con bonus.
Correct.
All right. So
how do I do that on my character sheet?
You have to do it in the chat.
Oh.
How
do I do it in the chat?
I'll just roll for you. How about that?
Mine was a 1d4, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
1d4 plus Constitution.
Correct. So Doric gains 4 HP.
4 HP.
4 max HP, yes.
Where the shit is that on? Oh, there it is.
And I gain 4, right?
Correct.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
No, wait.
If I was already at max HP.
No, so correction to Avo, you only gain 3 because your roll already incorporated your con bonus.
Oh, okay. 16.
All right. So, what was the other question?
I already forget. Oh, I was going to ask if I was already at max HP and I went up by 4 max HP, does my current HP also increase?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So everyone done
Where
that?
was the...
Yes.
RDP, did you? All right, you did it.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 2.
All right, so the next thing we're going to do is all of your saving throws get better by 1, which means you reduce the number by 1. So because I have to clutch this together to make my little homebrew system work with the character sheet.
Oh.
So under abilities and skills, right, so you'll see fortitude save, reflex save, and will save. And then over a couple columns, you'll see threshold. Lower that number by 1.
For each of those 3?
Correct.
12. 9. Okay. I believe I have done that now.
Okay.
Question. With half burn / double blaze, would that increase the damage caused by explosives? All fires within the effective radiant, blah blah blah, does +1 damage per die or -1, of course.
Explosives do damage primarily through fragmentation, not the heat of the explosion itself. So I'd say no, actually.
Okay.
All right. So everyone increased their saving throw bonus?
Yeah.
All right. So now...
Saving throw bonus or just the threshold?
The threshold.
Are those 2 different
is
things?
what I meant.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So now that you've modified your saving throw for threshold, you're going to have to find your base attack bonus, which is under the combat section, labeled BAB.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so increase that number by 1.
Should it be 0? As it's -0 right now.
That's fine.
Okay.
So if it's 0, increase it to 1. If it's 1, increase it to 2.
All right.
Base attack.
Do you have to put a
BAD.
plus before the 1, or is it okay just leaving it at 1?
You just leave it. You don't have to put a plus.
Okay.
All right. I guess we're going with Burning Ash.
All right, so everyone increased their base attack bonus.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me double check to make sure that there isn't anything else he changed, because I think that's basically it. For this level, at least.
I currently have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 for saving throws.
That
doesn't sound right.
So that's
No,
because, so you didn't do the
Yeah.
step I explained.
Oh,
earlier.
yeah, it's a fortitude save, reflex save, and will save.
Yeah.
Yeah, those all go down by 1 under threshold.
Yeah, and we don't do the saving throws. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, okay.
SP14.
So we good there? Okay, let me just double check your class character descriptions to make sure I didn't put anything at level 2. I don't think I did.
I got new spells, and that's it.
Yeah.
Where would I see something like that?
It'd be in the dwarf classes document.
Which is
Oh.
in the dwarf resources thread.
Hold on.
I put most of your stuff at 3rd and 4th level. That should increment.
Under the dwarf classes doc.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Doric, since you're Scald, you learn a new song.
Oh. Hold on, I'm scrolling
It
down to where it's
says
called.
it says for Blaze user weapons any one-handed. So am I not able to wear two-handed weapons like I currently have?
I'll
Or
just say
was
you
that-
can. I'll say you can just do. I'll say you can do two-handed weapons. It's fine. Mostly, I just don't
Okay.
want you using a shield.
Right.
So what is the highlighted ones? The highlighted songs into the Scald song list?
Oh, those were just ones I thought were particularly pertinent at the time.
Okay.
We can get rid of those highlights actually.
I mean, to be honest, I'm perfectly willing to do two one-handed weapons and do chop or something like that.
All right.
If I'm able to do wield.
Yeah, you can dual wield. Dual wielding just gives you a +2 to attack.
Oh, so I can't attack with the other weapon?
Yeah, it doesn't grant you a second attack. So basically, you have three choices when you're loading out your hands, right, with weapons and shields and stuff, right? You can go sword and board. Yeah, in which case you get a weapon and you get a +2 to AC. You can do a two-handed weapon, which will on average net you 1 and a little bonus damage.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can do two-handed, or you can dual wield, which means you can choose which weapon to use on any given attack, and you get a +2 to attack, but you don't get additional attacks.
Gotcha. So if you had multiple magical weapons, then that would make more sense.
Yeah, so like if you had a fire dagger and an ice dagger, right, you could choose which one to use on any particular enemy to get, type advantages and whatnot.
I'll think about if that ever comes to pass.
All right.
So what kind of song do we want for I don't know, what do we think would be
Let me take a
relatively
look at.
useful?
Let me take a look
Dude,
at.
I know the two battle songs already. We got Healing Rest, Magic Dampening, Magic Boosting, Morale Boost, Morale Killing. Stapper's song, which gives a boost to finding and removing traps or picking locks, and a travel song increases overland speed.
I'm also open to you inventing your own songs with whatever mechanical effect you think would be interesting.
I might want to think about that later.
That magic boosting song looks interesting.
Yeah,
I was kind of looking at the magic boosting or magic dampening.
But we're too low level for that to come into play.
So personally, I would suggest. I would probably suggest the magic boosting song.
Yeah, I was kind of
But
already
I
looking
can't
at the magic ones.
Mhm.
All
But-
allies within 60 feet
wait,
cast
wait,
spells as
what
though
does
those
that
spells are
mean?
one complexity. What does complexity mean?
That means complexity level. So that means they're going to be. That means they're going to be cheap. Basically, they're going to be cheaper to cast.
But we already have only level 1 spells at level 2.
So it would mean that it would still matter though for Cauldru and Doric, in that it affects their spell retention roll.
Okay.
It makes it easier for, say, Cauldru to not lose a spell whenever he uses it.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough then, yeah.
All right, yeah, let's go with that. Magic boosting.
Functionally, that would allow us to use higher level spells more consistently.
Yes.
Usually.
So did that go under... Where is it? I just added under the notes.
Yeah, I'd probably put it just under notes.
I'll put it there for now.
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
I'm just making that note. I have a question after you're done figuring out the song stuff.
I think we already figured out the song stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I was looking at the spell creation. I got reminded. Would I be able to make a lightning rune of some kind?
I mean, there's electric. I mean, sure. I mean, like, what are you looking for?
It's a good question. I guess any sort of lightning spell seems pretty cool.
I mean, you have easy access to Shocking Grasp, which is pretty dope as a spell, but you gotta be danger close to someone.
Yeah.
I currently have Burning Ash, which is basically does a weaker wall fire within a 20-foot radius. And I've got Firebolts, which is a bunch of attack rolls.
Yeah, any regular lightning shocks or anything?
At first level, I don't believe that there's a... Let me look over the first level spells.
I can check that too.
It would be Arcane, right?
It'd be... you need Runic.
Runic.
So, let's see.
Okay. Spell Magic, Featherfall, Heal, Jump, Mage Hand, Magic Missile, and there's multiple levels with that, but we can't. Mending. Mending might be useful in this case. I don't know if that's... But
good point, yeah.
There's
Sleep is, of course, useful.
Yeah, also, since we're in the new town, you guys can go shopping for magic junk, which brings us to our next encounter, actually, which is Thbugnoir's Magical Emporium. He's a wizard with a lisp who has 2 stone golems and a lot of items that are maybe slightly cursed.
I give him some alcohol.
Maybe slightly cursed.
You give him a good dwarven greed. He appreciates it greatly.
And how does it affect his lisp?
He still lisps all the time.
What did you give him?
I gave him some alcohol.
Oh.
I don't... Is alcohol supposed to make your lisp go away?
I think it's
supposed to make it worse.
Oh.
Yeah, it's supposed to make you slur your speech.
Yeah. All right, so the lisp gets worse. It's just a constant.
He somehow manages to lisp peas.
Yes. Anyway, he's got basically all tier. He's got basically all tier like 1, so like level 1 and 2 magic items. In addition, he's got an assortment of maybe slightly cursed items that you can take a peruse at.
I'm sorry.
I will
maybe
leave that
slightly?
in your.
Yeah,
I will
maybe
leave that in the hands of our Scald and our Runic Scribe, or whatever it's called.
Grants immunity to normal missiles. I like that.
Wait, what are we?
In the
I
Discord
need to-
chat, I posted a list of some of his unique items.
Ooh.
Shelf.
I might need to have the obsidian spectacles. Can I have them as like those cool welding glasses with like the side bits?
Sure.
I'm gonna have that. I might have that. Let me see
Ragged
if there's
armor
anything
plus
else I
2
want.
armor. Oh, I can't wear heavy armor.
So
Damn, that Lantern of Darkness is actually pretty cool.
Oh, actually, the bragged
So-
armor can come in medium or heavy varieties.
And also the
He
Obsidian
never
Spectacles
shuts
would
up.
probably be really useful for you, Chris.
I love the dastardly peep. What did you say?
Wand of Create Wand!
I will absolutely take that one to create one.
Oh, for one. What did you
One-
say?
I
Was...
want that.
1 million. I'm getting that. Give
50
me that one to
charges.
create one.
All right, you get
and
a.
so-
You spend 1 silver
Demon,
piece.
what
Get a wand of create.
what did you suggest was good?
Huh?
So Demon suggested something would be good for Vin.
I think it was Lantern of
the Obsidian Spectacles. Immunity
Yeah,
to glasses and other
That's-
visual effects and more.
Shelf.
I'm gonna get those. Yeah, they're gonna be those cool circular glasses with like the little side shields that go to the side of your eyes. Those are cool.
All
I'm gonna
right.
get
Yeah.
those.
we could buy the demon jar. We could just summon the Baylor
While you
demon.
figure that
and-
out, I'm actually going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Throw to strike the heart of one creature within 200 feet always hits.
That's a single-use item, by the way.
Yeah, and that's an auto kill single use item.
Excuse me.
And summoning a Baylor demon is actually pretty baller under certain circumstances, not gonna lie.
That's like a
What?
I
literal
think it
break.
would be against our religion though. So
Actually,
I mean, if you are desperate in a life or death
what
situation, and
is
you
the
need to escape-
limitations to the magically changing sizes of the +1 trident, the Skyport?
Wait, what?
And magically
Plus one.
change size.
I change it to such a size that it collapses under its own mass and becomes a black hole.
Exactly.
Okay, so the boots of translocation might
You
actually
have to change
be,
its density
like,
for that, though.
yeah.
Well,
boots of
eventually,
translocation
the square
might really
cube
be
would
like that.
eventually fall apart, and so I'll just make the Earth so massive.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
as
I'm
you-
crossing.
what is the asterisk after shell phone?
That's what I want to know. Also, it's not
And
a
the
wand of
question after
disintegration.
wand
It's a wand of disintegration.
yeah.
It might just
Why
not
is there a
technically be a
question
phone.
We're
Yeah,
going to
we
make
should-
we're going to make our gnome by the dastardly peep. By the way,
We should all get yes. We should
Well, how
all
much
get
money do you
shell
have?
phones.
We should all get shell phones.
No,
Talk
shell
to
phones are
anyone?
just the party.
it depends on what the asterisk is.
I don't have enough.
I need to know. We need to know what the asterisk is before we can consider buying it. But
So I've got
personally,
160 silver pieces.
I do like demon
Ooh,
jar.
that crystal of elemental burst.
Uh.
I have resistance to fire damage, so even if I take 1d4 fire damage, it's max 2.
Yeah.
I will definitely go for that if somebody is willing to give me 20 silver.
I should also note that this is a general shopping trip, so you should also stock up on some powder kegs and any other mundane equipment you want. 'cause
Oh,
this
yeah.
is going to be the last time.
Ah,
This is going to be
Real quick. Does our gnome happen to have 810 silver pieces to buy the dastardly peep?
You really want the dastardly peep, don't you?
Yeah, I kind of do, actually.
We might have to
Desperately.
grab that later.
You know-
That's pretty
you know-
funny.
You know, I actually had the dastardly peep available in a previous campaign, and the players were just totally uninterested in it.
Well, they're shitty
I'm not
players unless it was
interested in
us.
it if we have to spend every penny that we have to get it. I'm not interested. But I am
Yeah.
interested in if we can just have the gnome buy it for us.
Where's the
You can come
personally,
back.
I do like.
So,
Sorry, God.
So I'm curious, why do you want the dastardly peep other than it's called the
Just
dastardly?
look at it.
It's a
Look
mouse
at it.
that wears a top hat.
Where's the
Well,
top
it's a
hat?
mechanical
Loyal.
mouse.
And it's
It's
loyal.
loyal.
It's loyal.
No diseases too. No diseases. It's all mechanical.
Okay, I'll.
I
Oh
also
wait, it
have-
might die to the worms though.
All
Uh,
right.
so
I also do like the demon jar. But like
all right.
demon jar is
Boulder
like a break
Anvil
glass
Breaker is going to donate 20 silver to me, so I can buy that Crystal of Elemental Burst. To add 1d4. Wait, is that one use only? So if I get
oh no, that's
better-
permanent.
Yeah.
It's a weapon crystal, so you can slot that into any weapon.
Cool. So I will get that because if I do fire damage to something, even if I, roll nat 1, it's max 2 damage to myself because I have resistance to fire damage.
Yep.
So, yeah, I will pick that up.
What is the asterisk on the shell phone, and what is the wand of disintegration? does that mean?
So the asterisk just means that there's multiple copies of it. As a note to myself. So with everything else, there's exactly one copy of it that you can buy.
Okay.
The
Why-
wand of disintegration, you point it at things, it makes those things go away. Not entirely sure if it's a proper disintegrate wand, though.
they're just not there anymore.
Yes.
They all teleport further in time to the exact same moment, aka whenever it would be funniest to drop a whole bunch of enemies we disintegrated on us.
That would be funny.
What does the asterisk at the shell phone say?
There's
That
multiple of them.
What we just went over.
Yeah, there's multiple.
I'm
of them.
sorry.
It's fine. So, yeah, that's it. Also, I'll note you probably want to stock up at least on one runic wand for Coltru, so he doesn't burn through all his stuff.
Runic wand?
Okay.
A runic staff, sorry. Which is not
Yeah,
on that
runic
list, but it's on the
What
generic.
are the limitations to the size change on that Skyfork?
It will go from about 1 inch to about 10 feet.
Oh.
Free fork.
Skyfork 120.
It's a good fork, and it can also work as a 10-foot pole, but I don't know how useful that is.
Personally,
Probably
I-
really easy to clean.
I'd be happy to find it off the floor and then use it for the rest of the game, but not spend money on it right now with everything else.
So
Personally, I am tempted to buy the demon jar, but that feels like a really break glass in case of emergency type of thing.
Well, it won't obey your orders, but maybe it'll obey other people's orders.
Can anybody lend me 42 silver pieces to buy some of these shell phones? We need at least 2 handsets. And I only have 48 silver pieces.
I mean, these might be useful in case.
Boulder will loan you 42, so he's now got 38.
I mean, we could
Does that
just have
mean-
each of us. Did you already buy one?
No, I already bought an Obsidian Spectacles.
Oh, yeah.
How much does stuff cost, Kilroy?
All right, I
result-
loaned it to you.
all right, resolve one thing at a time. You get a
Okay.
second shell phone. So you have two.
Okay,
of
so
the,
we have
two shell phones.
we have 2 shell phones now.
All right,
okay.
which is how many you need to really have them be functional. And now, Ava, what is your
Right.
question?
How much do one of the runic staffs cost?
It depends on the spell level. So if you go to the inventory sheet for your character and you go all the way to the right on the tabs, you'll see copy of magic items plus treasure. And there's a huge bunch of tables about the cost of all the different kinds of magic items. So if you wanted a runic staff of a first level spell, that would cost 60 silver pieces.
Okay.
Also bought the wand of create wand, right?
Yeah.
For one
Yeah.
silver piece.
Yeah, I got it. So, any information about that, or is it literally just making toothpicks?
So you bought it. So you want to cast Create Wand with your Wand of Create Wand?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Use the wand. It creates a wand of Create Wand.
Yes!
Does that one 50 charges?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh god! Oh dear god!
Make one for each of us.
I make one for each of you.
All right.
Hell yes!
Yeah.
You all have a wand of create wand, which can create more wands to create wand.
Is that
Okay.
a small item or a satchel item?
We'll say that's a small item until you start accruing a lot of them.
Okay.
Why
So
do
what,
we need...
what is the range on create wand?
10 feet.
Can we create it inside our enemies?
No.
How about inside their mouths if we can see into their mouth?
This is a bit too engineering for me.
What about on the other side of a door that we can't see?
It requires line of sight.
Okay.
Theoretically, so we could
I will
theoretically...
finally turn this into a super weapon.
What happens? Well, hold on. Okay, so just because you can see an area doesn't mean that it has stuff. There's a thing for blind sight in this. Echo Helm gives blind sight 30 feet. Does that count for lines of sight?
So the Echo Helm gives you echolocation ability specifically. So it could. So I guess it's a question of would something like scrying count for line of sight? Typically D&D.
So we could
The answer I think
technically
is
do-
no, actually.
I would tend to say no, but
Yeah, I'd say no.
Here's a question. Once the wand is completely exhausted its charge, it's just like a piece of wood, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we could easily crash the economy of any small locality
Yeah.
by flooding it with extremely cheap small pieces of wood. I'm sure we
kind
can
of wood
find
is
an application for this. I'm sure
What-
we
You want
can.
to engage
What
in
kind of-
economic warfare by crashing someone's
What
economy.
kind of wand? What kind of wood is it?
It's cheap
Yeah, it's like
bullshit.
a nice piece of wood. Yes!
So
Cheap
Sorry,
bullshit
but
is the
it-
foundation of the world. Everything is built on top of cheap bullshit.
So we could technically do Wand of Create Wand into someone's eyeball.
It's not. It is
No.
not an attack. It
it
is.
won't. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It won't
But we
be-
might be able to like fuck up a potion or like trip somebody because they're small round rods of wood.
Yeah, it can do, right. It can't do damage essentially in casting it. But
This was the most valuable item we could have.
Oh yeah, no. This is how we're gonna beat God.
I'm sure the party will figure out some way of turning the wand of create wand into something useful.
This is one of those. You're gonna have a Reddit post about this.
I created a
I thought it would
paperclip
be
one.
funny until they crashed the world economy and turned the planet into a black hole.
Finally, scientists have invented the paperclip of create paperclip.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Universal
dude.
paperclips.
We create a machine. All it does is expend charges of wands of create wand, and we completely covered the earth in wood. Hey, we'll never have to look for firewood ever again.
I'll be very happy about that. Burning shit, I think.
Oh my
And
god,
the
what
elves,
is this just
the
for firewood?
elves will be happy about this. Wait, is this a plot by the elves?
If we bind them into
Are you saying
clumps, we can make them pretty
vegan wood?
strong. This is the
Sorry,
best.
what-
This is the
what-
best
what did
thing
you-
ever.
What did you say, Yava?
Are you saying that this is vegan wood?
Yes.
I'm saying that this might be a plot by
Vegan
the elves.
wood. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're gonna screw over everybody.
Wait, I
It's
don't
like, what,
understand.
you cut down trees and grow your own food? Nah, you only have to eat vegan wood.
Grown wood.
Yeah,
But
it was never part of any plant.
This is clearly a plot by the elves.
No,
Audacity one at
this
that.
is how we bring the elves down.
How?
You love nature so much, you now no longer can build things or eat plants.
Going back to the whole crashing someone's economy, we could set up a counterfeit market and just market these as
Counterfeit?
amazing wands when in actuality it's just a useless piece of wood.
I mean, you
No,
bought
we
it.
don't need to
It's
counterfeit
not
nothing.
useless.
Yeah,
It's
we
not
bought it.
useless.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
this
guys
is the
bought
best.
it.
This is my favorite toy ever. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna kill so many
just create
people
our
with this.
own
Hold on. Before we start talking about favorite toys, does our gnome have enough for the Dastardly Peep?
Okay, so here's the thing about the Dastardly Peep in Ogbold. If you give
Okay.
Ogbold the Dastardly Peep's going to be loyal to Ogbold and not you.
Oh no, screw Ogbold.
So it ties.
Does he
itself
have
in
gold that
one-
we? Does he have silver that we can steal from him?
He has silver. Whether you can steal it or not is another question.
Wait, he's wearing an infinite number of hats, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we just sell his hats as like cloth? Crash the textile market, but before we do, get enough silver pieces to buy the peep.
So we've got infinite textile and infinite wood.
Yes.
Do I understand this?
Yes, oh my god, we can build infinite airplanes.
We could build a ship if we had enough time.
And the big sail. It's gonna take like that's all we need is time, which means all we really need is to get a whole lot of minions so we can parallelize. Oh, it's great. I'm getting factorial shivers.
I am too. I am too.
Oh my god. This is the best game ever.
So when's the Factorio server launching?
This is it.
Yeah.
Someone should
doing
make a
now.
mod for
This
Factorio.
is what we're doing now.
This
The root
is
seed need
this is Factorio without boundaries.
the root seed needs money, right? I mean, we're on a mission for it, but couldn't we do better by, just doing this?
I mean, we'll be establishing our presence here, and someone was gonna get rich off of this. Might as well be us. Like,
Yeah.
We could go to the Baroness.
Oh my
well,
god.
Let's figure out the political situation first before we make any ties. I mean,
If
maybe if one of them kills the other first, then we won't have to worry at all.
If I, with judicious use of black powder, could I turn these things into a Gatling gun?
Oh my god.
Which is with infinite
Actually,
ammo?
if we bound these wands together, right?
Yeah.
Could you use multiple of them at the same time?
No.
Okay.
That would be so funny.
But they would be strong. They'd be bound up pieces of wood.
Yeah, they'd be a
True.
fascist.
Yeah.
Or
Oh gosh.
which technically requires an axe as well. Or they would be another word which I don't think I can get away with saying.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Even
The
though
original meaning of
Yeah.
that particular word.
Yes.
Okay, wait. So wand of create wand. Just so we're clear, when you create a wand, does the wand that gets created
It has
full
also have
charges.
50
Yes.
charges?
Yes.
All
Yes,
of
it
us
does.
now have a wand of create wand with 50 charges, except for me.
It's a wand of create, wand of
I
create,
have-
wand.
Yeah, I have a wand with 48 charges or something like that.
Yeah.
46.
It's not even
How
worth
many
keeping
am I
track
saying?
of the
45?
numbers.
It doesn't matter. You just take another
did I
wand.
give one to old? I guess
No.
I gave one to old.
No, you
Sorry,
didn't.
it happened.
You didn't.
I said I gave,
team leader.
I said
I'm
I
team
gave one
leader.
to
I
everyone.
said you didn't. I'm team leader. I said you didn't. I'm gonna poke you in the eye with an infinite number of sticks. Okay? Stop! Don't give old bold magic items.
Sure be a terrible thing if I figured out a way of using the
I'm gonna jam this down your throat and turn it on. Shut up.
Speaking of, I'm taking hat after hat off of them.
Yeah. We're gonna flood the textile market.
And they're all going into portable hole, which is probably still smelling of blood.
Yeah. Who wants your bloody gnome hats? Come get your bloody gnome hats.
Okay, so question. So if I spend 120 to get a staff of mending and a staff of lightning hands, I got the boots of translocation, right?
Mhm.
2 pairs of that, right? That'll leave me at like 20 gold or 20 silver. Then I could switch places with one person to cast my spell and then hopefully get out of there as fast as possible.
Correct.
Or run in there and then cast my thing and then teleport away.
Correct.
Like,
If you can get
So
somebody
what-
you don't like to wear the other boots.
Yeah. Want to
They
give
just put it.
Ogbold the boots?
Both the boots.
Notably,
you,
the
you
other
know what would be
notably the person who's using the other set of boots can also activate them.
Yeah, right. Don't switch places with Ogbold randomly.
what would be pretty funny if I got the demon
What?
jar and I
By the
and
way-
the boots worn by the demon.
He's not going to listen to you.
The demon does not obey your orders. You won't get him to. You're not going to be able to get him to put the boots on.
No, he doesn't listen to the orders of whoever bought him.
That doesn't mean he's going to listen to anybody else's orders.
Yeah, that's not how logical
don't know
operators
that.
work.
Yes.
That's not how that goes.
By the way, quick question. Are there any elf mercenaries around that we can hire
No.
as force?
Elves are very reclusive.
So
Just
about
like
this,
just like the tree hugging bastards.
I
We'll
was
have
gonna-
to teach them wage relations by force.
I was gonna ask about this braggart armor. You said it could come in medium,
Yeah, I'll say it can come.
and would that provide? It says +2 heavy armor. Could it be +2 medium armor? Would it be +1? Would that
It'd be
would
plus,
that be
it'd be +2 medium armor.
would it be better protection than what I currently have? Which
No,
is
because what would
GPL?
result in is us killing you in your sleep.
Because the armor never shuts up.
The other question I was going to ask is, with the armor never shutting up, would that alert enemies to our location?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Okay, never mind
And
then.
be stealth gameplay.
The braggart armor will give away your location. It
I
will
was
be-
gonna say when it says never shuts up, I take that never is literally.
It will not shut up about how great it is.
I
It wants to
So,
demonstrate.
last question: does anybody profoundly desire the one-hit kill item on this list for 200?
the Heartseeker blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go destroy the
Um,
creature.
Do we want to like? I wouldn't mind chipping in a little
Technically-
bit for that if we want to give somebody a Heartseeker blade.
It's a one-use thing, but I think that you can also use it in melee for. It's just like a normal weapon. Or we could save up for the Dastardly Peep.
We could
We have to
also
come
get
back for the
demon jar.
dastardly peep.
Yeah, I'm partial to the demon jar. I'm still like on the idea
Yeah.
of the demon jar that we could just break it.
Assuming you
in an
guys
emergency.
assuming you guys don't all die, you will be coming back here eventually.
Oh, okay. So we could
Okay.
we could shelve the idea of the demon jar and the Heartseeker blade and the dastardly peep for later, assuming this guy's still alive when we come back.
Yeah, I mean, assuming you don't blow up the world, you probably will be alive. And if he's dead, you might be able to steal all his shit.
That's true. I mean, he's got 2 golems right now and he's drunk, right?
Yeah, 2 stone golems.
Shit.
kinda-
Okay, I don't like those
What
odds.
weapon do I
Never
currently
mind.
have? I think I just have like a regular ass. Yeah, just a regular ass sword, and a hand axe.
Yeah, I mean, you could also just buy ordinary magic items and junk,
Yeah.
such as some potions, or some augment crystals, or some weapon oils, or, you know.
What are augment oils?
Basically, they do what a crystal would do, an augment crystal would do, but they're temporary.
Oh.
So, for example,
What does an augment crystal do?
so an augment crystal is so. Okay, I'll explain it. So an augment crystal is kind of what it says. So you insert it into a weapon or a piece of armor, depending on which kind it is, and it gives you some effect. So a lesser weapon augment crystal is a +1 to hit and damage. It just makes your weapon a +1 weapon. Or a greater weapon crystal would be like a +1d12 bane against a specific kind of enemy. Similar with the armor crystals and that sort of thing. So
Oh, here I see. There's a whole table for augment crystals.
yeah, so you can, for example, you could get a greater, and the oil is just a temporary version. So, for example, instead of buying a +1d6 elemental damage augment weapon crystal for 1,080 silver pieces, you can instead buy an augment oil that does the same thing for 10 silver pieces.
Okay.
I bought the crystal for myself because I'm like, hey, listen, I
He's
have
gonna.
resistance against fire damage.
Mhm.
That's magical in character, so even if I do get the damage, it's max 2 damage if I manage to roll 4 on that. So
Yeah.
it's a very powerful upgrade for me.
Yeah, he only blows up a little.
I was thinking I might want to buy some of that augment oil because it's relatively cheap.
Mhm.
Like maybe 1 greater and 1 medial for 13 silver pieces.
Question: what would happen if I combined the Lantern of Darkness with my own lantern?
Your own lantern? That's very interesting. I'm not sure, actually. You could turn it into a dark flame lantern, in which case they basically just do... your lantern just does a combination of the 2 different individual lanterns.
How does that work?
I don't know. I'm just making this shit up as I go.
Come back to me on that. I might buy it in the future.
I mean, let's be honest. I won't explain why, but it is obvious to me that the Lantern of Darkness is busted as fuck.
Yes, it is. For certain. We're dwarves. It's
Well,
our,
we just have
So we can
an
see
instant ambush button.
and because dwarves have dark vision, right? So we can see within the magical darkness of the lantern.
Incorrect. So the magical darkness. So there are different. So this gets into the different light levels that exist in D&D. So magical darkness overrides dark vision. So you can't see.
Oh, okay.
So you can't see through magical darkness, even if you have dark vision.
Okay.
So the trick, of course, is how do you make the Lantern of Darkness useful without also blinding yourself?
which is things like the Echo Helm.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, unless everybody's got something like that, then the Lantern of Darkness is not useful, or
not as useful,
or at least not as useful yet.
Good question.
Can the Lantern of Darkness be extinguished, or at least temporarily extinguished?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd be cool with picking that up if I knew how it came into relation with my regular Lantern of God or whatever.
You just want to be an anime protagonist, don't you?
Of course I do. What is this question?
Anyway.
Why would you even bring that up as the question? Like, I have a silver lantern containing a divine flame to which I am attuned to.
Yeah. All right. So, is that everyone's purchasing and buying and whatnot?
I do have.
I'm completely out of money.
I gave you 40 gold or 40 silver.
Oh no, I use that to buy the shell phone.
Okay,
so now we have
you got
2 shell phones that
we
we
have
can
2
use.
shell phones, and we have 2 pairs of boots of translocation.
We bought those?
Did
we?
Avo, did you buy those?
I think I might, but I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is the I don't know if this was a typo or just something that's cool, but the level 2 runestone is cheaper than the level 1?
Oh, that's probably a typo.
Actually,
Okay.
Can we confirm that the pairs of boots of translocation are the ones that are associated with one another and not associated with some random ones that are held by some other person?
Boots of translocation will not get mixed up with other people.
Okay.
They are
So we can be certain that these pairs that we're buying are associated with each other.
Correct.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Because that would have been funny, but at the same time.
Real hot garbage.
Yeah.
Do we want to fuck with this wand of disintegration? Question mark?
No.
Okay.
I would rather the I would rather the Heartseeker blade over the Wand of Disintegration, question mark.
I was also kind of looking at the glass sword, but who knows how long that's going to last.
It could
Given the bard's luck, probably not very long.
Yeah, it could be forever, it could be the next swing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm actually kind of crashing here.
Yeah, I should probably be going to bed soon as well, but I think I am going to go ahead and buy, where was it? One greater and one medial augment oil for 13. Are those also small items? Or should I put them in my
Those would be
pack?
quarter slot items, so...
Quarter slot? How does that work?
That means you can just have 4 of them to a slot, and you can arrange that however on your sheet you want to do it.
Okay, and then in that case, can I buy like one greater, one medial, and then 2 lesser?
Sure.
And that would... Where the fuck was that? That would cost 13... A total of 15 silver pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll subtract 15 from my SP. 145. And put all 4 of those into one of my pack slots. Oh wait, my pack was already full of supplies.
You can just pitch a supply.
Okay.
Supply's pretty cheap. Supply only costs 1 per.
Augment oil. Okay.
How's Vince Sparkshaper doing on powder kegs?
He has refilled his powder keg allotment.
Oh no, wait, that's 2 lesser. Damn it.
And is therefore completely out of money.
Yeah.
And if anybody has some particular great need for an augment oil, I wouldn't mind using one of mine on like somebody else's weapon if they think it'll be really useful.
All right. So is that everyone's shopping for today?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go ahead.
I assume the price correctly? Because I'm pretty sure it would be 240, right?
For the rune stone?
Yeah.
I'd say yes, but also why are you buying a rune stone?
What's the difference between that and a staff?
So essentially, a rune stone only has 1 charge, but it refills every day. So, versus a runic staff, which has 3 charges but doesn't refill.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
I was getting it for that purpose as a long term thing.
All right. Just making sure.
No, yeah. Thank you for making sure that I knew what that did, though.
Yeah. And yeah, 240 is the right amount.
Sweet.
So what is the next for XP go up to now that we're at level 2?
500.
500.
Okay, I'll just make that 500, and I had in my...
Yeah, let me know when we get there.
Here.
All right.
I'm at 322. Okay.
All right, so if that's everyone's done shopping, I think we're going to have to wrap up for today.
All right. Thanks for the session, and we'll see each other the weekend after next. Is that
Probably.
right?
Probably.
Okay.
We'll see how we're feeling.
Yeah, let us know.
Hopefully I'm feeling good and we'll be able to do more, but we'll see. Anyway, so any closing words for the streaming audience?
We'll see you in 20 episodes when we have figured out a way to turn infinite rods or infinite wands and infinite hats into a super weapon capable of killing the demon lord or whatever the hell we're going to fight.
Yeah.
Don't forget the thermonuclear gnome.
That's right.
Thermonuclear
gnome.
They fight, but I almost think that any
we'll
it'll just become us doing accounting, like.
We will annihilate all of our enemies from our super base on the moon.
We will annihilate our enemies with the scale of logistics.
That's right.
All right. Well, breaking the universe is going to be something for the future. So we'll end that stream here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.